Hello, hello, lovely people. It's Gifford here, Dexterous Diva, the Ideas Girl, and I'm just going to have a quick chat with you today about stepping outside your comfort zone. The comfort zone is something that we would have all have heard of, I'm sure. It's that place where you feel nice and safe, where everything's working okay. It might not be brilliant, but it's working, and we're just going to stay nicely within those limits, and that's fine. However, if you want to develop yourself and your business, your confidence, then we just need to get you out of that little zone just a little bit. And I'm going to give you my little tip for doing that in a way which doesn't feel huge, which will give you big results. Sometimes you hear that phrase, stepping out of your comfort zone, and you literally imagine jumping out of a plane or something, okay? It can feel like a huge thing that you have to do to push yourself to the limits and to learn and grow and to really make yourself go through that fear wall. For some people that works and that's brilliant, but for others, here's a little tip from me, which is about breaking it down into really small steps. A while ago on the blog, I ran a little project called New Diva 365, and if you search for it online, I'm sure you'll find it. And it was all about taking tiny little turns every day that are slightly different, doing something that's left instead of right, you know, having a mocha instead of a latte, just choosing a slightly different direction every time, every day. And what I made myself do was to do this every single day for a period of about 4 months. And what I found was that my ideas were really growing, that my productivity was excelling itself, that my creative ideas were really coming at me at a huge rate. And the reason that happens is because you expose yourself every day to something slightly new. So it could be something really small, like finding a new blog to read, or reading a different magazine, a different genre than you'd usually look at, listening to a new radio programme, taking a walk a slightly different route, going to drive to a new town. You know, tiny changes will over time have a big sort of build up of new things that you're being exposed to. And each time, you know, as you carry on doing the exercise, then you'll realise that you're able to take steps which are slightly bigger. My backstory is, as I'm sure many of you know, that I have 2 chronic illnesses which I live with and manage, endometriosis and chronic fatigue. And so for me, it's not always possible to do those huge steps, but it is possible to do tiny chunks every day, tiny chunks. So I'd like to ask you to have a go and do the same. If you want to develop new ideas for your business, for yourself, or simply just to try to help sort of push yourself around some creative corners, get yourself out of a rut, I'm going to suggest that you do something new every day. I would love to hear what they are, what your tiny steps are to get you to your new place. So leave me some comments in the comments just below down here somewhere. You can tweet me at DexDiva. You can find me on Facebook, and I'd love to hear from you.